Welcome viewers to the second rejoin of the show. I'll be hosting the pre-1960 rejoin vote, while Dad will be doing the post-1960 rejoin. For some balloons, this is their very first rejoin, while for others, it is their second chance at coming back. Don't worry viewers, the contestants have already been told who's coming back and who isn't, and I've already pulled the rejoiners out of mine and Dad's minds. Their reactions will be whenever that comes out, if that even comes out, I don't even know. Let's get this vote off started. Sea Serpent, Hippopotamus 1931, Sky Elephant, Early Bird, Gulliver the Gullible, Indian, the Young Man on the Flying Trapeze, and Howdy Doody on the Flying Trapeze all got 0 votes. So those guys weren't in the running to rejoin. Now, with all the people with 0 votes out of the way, 28 people cast 189 votes in this rejoin. That'll be because there's so many options they could have chosen, but that's still the most votes ever. Thanks to the 28 of you for voting. Anyways, I better start reading out all of the results. Old Man Pumpkin, the Happiest Dog, Rainbow Trout, the Gnome, Elephant, and Officer Ethra 13 only received 1 vote. Giantess, Hobo Clown, Sky Tiger, Boba the Hobo, Lap Dog, Big Turk, Goldfish with Pinkfish Fins, Candy Cane, the Second Goldfish, Boob McNutt, Hippopotamus 1940, Two-Headed Pirate, the Man on the Flying Trapeze, and Andy the Alligator all received 2 votes each. Turkey, Harpo Marx, Ferdinand the Bull, Practical Pig, and the Her Inspector all only received 3 votes. The people with 4 votes are Toonaville Folks, the Monkey on the High Trapeze, Jerry the Pig, Uncle Sam, the Colicky Kid, George the Giant Drum Major, Turk with Spark Plug, Christmas Stocking, Wobbly Head, the Goops, and Pilgrim. Pinocchio, Clarence, and Tin Man received 5 votes. Dachshund, Donald Duck, Old Man Dragon, Teddy Bear, and the Two-Headed Giant got 6 votes. So now, viewers, we are down to our final 3. Little Man, Big Man, Goldfish, and Mickey Mouse. 1 from Phase 2 and 2 from Phase 1. That's quite funny. But sadly, Little Man, Big Man only got 7 votes, so they won't return. It was between Mickey Mouse and Goldfish to come back. Both have their valid reasoning to come back, and one of them received 16 votes. That person was Mickey Mouse. Goldfish will be staying in the warehouse with 9 votes. Now, that's all from me, folks. I will see you later. Over to you, Dad. Thanks, Junior. It's understandable that I was given the post-1960 vote, as there are only 40 candidates. 28 voters cast 196 votes using the Google form linked in the description, which is more than the previous group. Another record broken. Of course, that'll be because there were so many people up for the vote, so thank you to the 28 of you who decided to vote. Unlike the pre-1960 vote, nobody received 0 votes. But 5 people got 1 vote. Those were Red Titan, Jet, Elsie the Cow, Little Bill, and Trolls. Sky Dancer, Dora the Explorer, and Ada Twist got 2 votes. Chase, Weeble, Olive Oil and Sweet Pea, Grogu, Boss Baby, The Flying Trapeze, and Ronald McDonald got 3 votes each. Power Ranger, Jimmy Neutron, Julius, Buzz Lightyear, and Strike Up the Band Barney got 4 votes each. Ebb and Bear, The Cat in the Hat, Superman, Super Grover, Kung Fu Panda, and The Wizard of Oz Hot Air Balloon got 5 votes each. Petula Pig, Pikachu, and Humpty Dumpty got 6 votes each. Toothless and Astronaut Snoopy got 7 votes each. Barney, Smokey Bear, Bart Simpson, and Extraordinary Nora and the Elf on the Shelf got 8 votes each. Goku, Pillsbury Doughboy, and the M&Ms got 9 votes each, which leaves Sailor Mickey and Kermit the Frog, 2 members of the Walt Disney conglomerate, to rejoin the game. Both characters received either 11 or 12 votes. The person who received 11 votes was Sailor Mickey. We are not having a double Mickey Mouse rejoin, as Kermit the Frog's first Macy's balloon received 12 votes, and like Junior said earlier, both are here and have returned to their base image forms. Both of your prizes for rejoining the game is the coveted, exclusive, brand new triple immunity token. Congratulations! You guys will be staying for a little while at least. Now, let's see who got eliminated from groups 8 and 10. Starting with the first one spun on Robo Poppy's wheel, Group 8 received 95 votes from the 28 voters who voted in the Google form linked in the description. The viewers only gave Stuart the Minion and Superman 1 vote each, meaning they both received their double immunity token. There is a bit of a gap between them and the single immunity winner, who was Cheezosaurus Rex with 6 votes. The next people safe were Quick Bunny and the Crocodile with 8 votes each, along with the 80th anniversary hot air balloon with 9 votes. Chicken Little got 11 votes, and our boarding house and triple scoop ice cream cone got 12 votes. It was between Head Balloon and Father Knickerbocker to be eliminated, and with 13 votes, Head Balloon survived. Father Knickerbocker is eliminated with 14 votes. Next was Group 10, who finally went up for elimination after 40 episodes. Gabby was the only contestant with an immunity token, as the 28 voters cast 131 votes on Group 10's poll. Thank you guys for the record number of votes on all 4 polls. The person winning double immunity was Pikachu and Eevee, with only 1 vote, so they gained their double immunity token. Angry Birds Red won the single immunity token with only 2 votes. 4 people received 5 votes, which were Morton the Nantucket Sea Monster, Sinclair's Dino, Sonic the Hedgehog, and Thomas the Tank Engine. The Elf on the Shelf and Healthy Mr. Potato Head both got 6 votes, with Mickey Mouse getting 7 votes and Raggedy Ann receiving 8 votes. Tomcat, Wily Redbird, Hugo the Football Hero, and Beethoven received 11 votes each. It was between Fritz the Dachshund, Smile, and the Comical Cop to be eliminated today. The 2 people who received 12 votes, confirming safety, were the Comical Cop and Fritz the Dachshund. Smile was eliminated by the viewers with 13 votes. Starting with the first elimination of the episode, Father Knickerbocker made his debut in the 1936 Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. The balloon was designed by Tony Sarg, manufactured by the Goodyear Tire and Rubber Company, was 68 feet high, and required 5,800 cubic feet of helium to be inflated. The balloon needed 35 handlers to guide it down the route, and when he appeared during his only appearance in the parade, it would entangle in an incident. Father Knickerbocker got his nose stuck at the elevated train line in Lincoln Square. Even though he was repaired, his left arm wasn't, as it had to come off the balloon. He continued up to Herald Square, where he started to deflate upon his damages. The balloon only appeared in 1936 and was recycled into the Officer SOS balloon the following year in 1937. Next eliminated was Smile, and the smiley face is an American icon which stands for happiness, created in December 1963 by Harvey Ross Ball. The friendly face became a pop culture icon, being on 50 million pins by 1971. In contrast with its usual iconic status, Smile is one of the most mysterious and obscure giant balloons in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade's existence. The balloon was recycled from the Elsie the Cow balloon from the 1963 parade and was 27 feet high and 27 feet wide, also being 27 feet long with a weight of 290 pounds and a helium volume of 10,306 cubic feet. The balloon was sponsored by Macy's and was manufactured by the Goodyear Tire and Rubber Company. It was originally scheduled to debut in the 1971 parade as the leading giant balloon alongside the brand new Mickey Mouse balloon. But due to high winds reaching up to 40 miles an hour and rain mixing together to create weather unsuitable for the giant balloons, thus resulting in the only instance in Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade history where the giant balloons were grounded, the balloon finally marched down the parade route in the 1972 parade, leading the procession that year and spreading smiles to everyone in the crowd. The balloon was retired shortly after the 1972 parade, making only one proper appearance, and it was later recycled into many different Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade units, such as the hot air balloon from the Alvin and the Chipmunks balloon from the 1986 parade, and was later recycled one final time into the Baba balloon from the 1991 parade. Well, you two, you had a good run, getting past 100 eliminations until you bit the bullet and narrowly missed out on competing in Phase 3. Enjoy your stay at the warehouse. There are over 100 people there for you all to meet. Goodbye! Wow, it still feels good doing that. Now we get onto who's next to receive a triple immunity token out of the 19 black and white contestants that survived Phase 2 before Mickey rejoined to make it 20. You see, with how I planned to structure the teams in Phase 3, 19 was an odd number unlike 20, but with Junior cleverly having 2 rejoins with a high chance of a black and white contestant to come back, we now have 20. So in my mind, I had the top 4 out of the 19 to be put in teams with colour contestants, as they would have better chances to survive eliminations against them. But we have an even number now, so instead, the person with the most votes here was Felix the Cat. All 28 people voted on this optional poll, with Felix getting 10 votes. He wins the triple token and is the first contestant ever to have 2 tokens at once. He still gets to keep his original token, but that will be used first when he is up for elimination next. The baseball player and head balloon received 3 votes each, with them both winning double immunity tokens. An elephant and the cats and jammers received 2 votes each, granting them single immunity tokens. Everyone else either got 1 or 0 votes, so they don't get advantages. But now we get into the real meat and tatties of the episode, the start of Phase 3. 150 contestants are left, which will mean we shall split them into 15 teams of 10. The first wheel we will spin will only have the 20 black and white contestants. Regardless of immunities, these will make up groups 1 and 2 respectively. Joining group 1 will be Tomcat, Head Balloon, Elephant, Hummingbird, the only 1928 character left, Gobble the Turkey, Superman, Kitty, Our Boarding House, The Baseball Player, and last but not least, Terrible Turk. Which means these 10 left will be joining Group 2, which are Horace Horsecollar, Wily Red Bird, Fritz the Dachshund, Felix the Cat, the first Mickey Mouse, Cat, Tiamat the Dragon, the Cats and Jammer Kids, Monkey, and Pluto. The next wheel we will spin will have all the contestants who currently have immunity tokens, including the 2 rejoiners, as they have immunity tokens too. 44 contestants currently have immunity tokens, so we will have 5 join groups 3 to 8 and 2 join groups 9 to 15. Joining group 3 will be Bluey, Pac-Man, the 3rd Spider-Man, Snoopy as the Flying Ace, and Skylanders Eruptor. Joining group 4 will be the 1st Ronald McDonald, Bumpy, Mighty Mouse, the 3rd Superman, and the second Buzz Lightyear. Joining Group 5 will be Dino the Dinosaur, Popeye, Curious George, Kung Fu Panda's Po the Second, and Woody Woodpecker. Joining Group 6 will be the first Snoopy, Papa Smurf, Spaceman, the second Donald Duck, and Pikachu with Pokeball. Joining Group 7 will be Clifford the Big Red Dog, never mind, it's Garfield, along with Blue's Clues, Happy Dragon, Goku the First, and now Clifford the Big Red Dog. Joining Group 8 will be the second Kermit the Frog, the second Pillsbury Doughboy, Minnie Mouse, Rocky and Bullwinkle, and super cute Hello Kitty. They are all the teams that are receiving 5 members, and now the rest will only receive 2. So the 2 people joining Group 9 will be Goofy and Bullwinkle. Joining Group 10 will be Pikachu and Eevee, and Buzz the Honey Nut Cheerios Bee. Joining Group 11 will be Santa Claus and Stuart the Minion. Joining Group 12 will be Garfield the Second and SpongeBob SquarePants. We have 6 people left on the wheel, which means my math was correct, and the next person joining Group 13, or the next 2 people, will be Charlie Brown and the Elusive Football, and the first Kermit the Frog. Joining Group 4 will be Angry Birds Red, and the first Spider-Man. Which means joining Group 15 are Cheezosaurus Rex and Diary of a Wimpy Kid. The last wheel contains the remaining 86 contestants who are not black and white nor immune. 5 will join Groups 3 to 8 and 8 will join Groups 9 to 15. Let's spin, 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 as we'll find out who joins Group 3. Joining Group 3 will be Olaf, the Pirate, the Pink Panther, Baba, and Ronald McDonald III. Joining Group 4 will be Quick Bunny, Snoopy and Woodstock the Second, Skater Snoopy, Arthur, and the 80th anniversary hot air balloon. Joining Group 5 will be Shrek's Onion Carriage, Dragon Tails Casey, Mickey Mouse the Second, Yogi Bear, and Snoopy and Woodstock. Joining Group 6 will be Ronald McDonald IV, Leo, Chicken Little, Hugo the Football Hero, and Snuggle Bear. Group 7 will have Diary of a Wimpy Kid III, Shrek, Rugrats, Healthy Mr. Potato Head, and the second SpongeBob balloon. Joining Group 8 will be Dexter, Sonic the Hedgehog the First, Dr. Seuss's The Grinch, Spider-Man the Second, and Raggedy Ann. Going forward, 8 contestants will be joining their respective groups, and joining Group 9 will have Dachshund, Monkey D. Luffy, Jojo, Toy Soldier, Paddington Bear, Green Eggs and Ham, the second Hello Kitty balloon, and Dino and Baby Dino. Joining Group 10 will be Sinclair's Dino the Second, Pillsbury Doughboy the Third, Morton the Nantucket Sea Monster, Pikachu the First, Babe, Olive Oil, the second Charlie Brown, and Hobo Clown. Joining Group 11 will be Millennium Snoopy, the Fireman, Scooby-Doo, Horton the Elephant, the second Big Bird, Mario, Mr. Monopoly, and Baby Shemu. Joining Group 12 will be Gabby, Diary of a Wimpy Kid II, Beagle Scout Snoopy, the Comical Cop, Panda Bear, SpongeBob and Gary, Ice Age's Scrat and his Acorn, and the 5th Ronald McDonald. Joining Group 13 will be Bugs Bunny, Linus the Lionhearted, Marshall from Paw Patrol, Triple Scoop Ice Cream Co., Rex the Dinosaur, Peter Rabbit, Underdog, and Izzy. Joining Group 14 will be Thomas the Tank Engine, Big Bird, the second Sonic the Hedgehog, Abby Cadabby, Smurf, Gorgeous Gobbler, Band Leader Mickey, and Observer. which means the last 8 joining group 15 from the wheel are Dudley the Dragon, Betty Boop, Wild Thing, Adventure Time, the Crocodile, Jeeves, Beethoven, and the Elf on the Shelf. So those are the 15 teams locked in with everybody distributed around, which means now it is time for the first wheel spin of Phase 3. The team that is going to be up for elimination first will be Group 5. Viewers, vote using the Google form linked in the description for who you want to save from elimination. You can vote for as many people you want to save as you like. The people with the most votes will win immunity tokens, and the person with the least votes will be eliminated. See you next time!